Hi, I'm Peter from Coffee Parts, and today we're looking at a David and Goliath moment. Yet, I'm not sure David will win in this case. We're looking at the Flair 58 versus the Marzocco Leva X. But before we get started, let me know in the comments below, which one do you think will win? Let's get into it. Now, I know these machines are worlds apart in price and size. Both of them are lever machines and both of them do espresso. So it'd be nice to see which one wins. Now, the Flair doesn't do milk and you have to preheat it and have a temperature controlled kettle, so there's a bit more work. The Marzocco is a machine that can be plumbed in or has a reservoir tank. It's a lever, and Marzocco have re-engineered the lever not only to make it safer but to bring it in to the modern generation. But Marzocco being Marzocco, you're going to get awesome steam. You got a 3.5 litre steam boiler and very dry steam. But we're only looking at it from an espresso perspective, and really we're only looking at this for fun because, well, you can see the difference. What we're going to do is we're going to run an espresso out of the Marzocco, run an espresso out of the Flair, look at the workflow, and kind of have some fun with it. So let's get started. So we normally dose 20 grams into the Marzocco, but today we brought it down to 18 to have more of a fair comparison with what we're going to be dosing into the Flair. This Marzocco is running a 1.3 litre saturated brew boiler, fully insulated, PID control. So this thing is stable when it comes to temperature. We currently have the boiler at 94.5 degrees, so it's going to extract at about 91. Just getting 2 cups under there. When we bring this down, we're going to bring it down and have a small amount of volume. Bring it down till we pre-infuse. Releasing the clutch, just bringing it back up. Now, it is an experience. Just seeing this turn back and seeing all the mechanism, there's something that can't be explained in words, but it really is a nice feeling. We're just gonna pull the shot there. So the crema's actually super smooth, super even, and being a lever, I'm expecting a very smooth, balanced taste. It really is nice, and it's going to be something that's kind of hard to compare. It's more about the workflow and the experience. Obviously, you need a lot of room to have this machine. Now, we're just going to load up the Flair with 18 grams of coffee and do the same thing. So, we've got the Flair set up to run at 95 degrees. So we are using a lighter roast. We're going to be using 98 degrees of water. We've loaded the portafilter with 18 grams of coffee, and we are using the Flair puck screen. So let's see how it compares to the Marzocco. Just bringing that down so we can load up the water. And it's starting to feel tension now. And 35.7, so just under 36, which is a 2-to-1 ratio. And that crema's looking good already. Actually is really nice and smooth. To be fair, I did prefer the one off the Marzocco, but it is 18 times the price difference. We're talking about roughly 1,000 versus roughly 18,000 in Australia. So given a choice, I would pick the Marzocco. This is a lot more temperature stable, we've got a lot more control, and it's a whole different experience. But on a budget, I really do feel the Flair punches above its weight. It really is gold for a little machine. That coffee and that experience is actually pretty cool. You do need a temperature control kettle and you do need to be doing a few things right. But when you are watching that gauge, if you're hitting it on the sweet spot, it is a really cool experience. Now I'm curious to know, which of the two machines do you prefer? Or which lever do you have at home? Let me know in the comments below. And like always, if this video has brought you value, hit that thumbs up and please subscribe. See you on the next video. Thank you again.